This segment is sponsored by Gerber. The holiday travel season is upon us, and if you're a young family, traveling with a baby or a toddler can be super stressful. So here to help us prepare for the hectic travel with young ones is Dr. Whitney Caceres, pediatrician and author. Hello, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest questions parents of young babies and infants want to know is how soon is too soon, or how young is too young to travel with those babies?
That makes a ton of sense. So, generally speaking, at about 6 weeks of age or 2 months, right after they've had those first vaccinations, is the best time. But check with your child's pediatrician if you are unsure.
That's great advice, because I know it can be stressful anyway to travel over the holidays and then bring a baby in. It can get super stressful. Okay, what about some nutritious snacks and meals while they're on a train or the plane or the car?
Yeah, wholesome nutrition, meals, and snacks are actually of paramount importance, especially for the littlest travelers, because we all know that when children are hangry, it can make it a little more stressful for the entire family. When kids are really little, and they're not starting solid foods, then formula or breast milk is the best option. Once kids are able to have solids and they're developmentally ready, I love Gerber puffs because they're made with whole grains and they contain essential vitamins and nutrients. And I also like the Gerber pouches because they have real fruit in them, including superfoods like blueberries. So parents can feel really assured that they're giving their kids quality ingredients, that they're nutritious, that they're delicious, but they don't have all the preparation or as much mess along the way.
Absolutely. They're nutritious and convenient too, which is great. Okay, what about some
Exactly.
kind of toy to keep those little ones occupied?
So for the littlest travelers, usually things like rattles or teethers are the best because if you drop them, then you can clean them easily and they're easy to pack. And then for slightly older children, for toddlers, plushies or loveys are great because they can provide a little bit of comfort. It can be disorienting when you're traveling. And also when you're ascending or on the descent in an airplane, they can help to provide a little bit of comfort if you get that ear pressure and a little bit of ear pain.
That's a great point. All right, we've got snacks covered and the toys covered. Here's another one, and I remember this when my kids were little. How do you maintain that sleep schedule when you're traveling, or the feeding schedule? Tell us about that.
Ah, yes. So, with the sleep schedule, remember you have to set your expectations appropriately. Sometimes it can be that you're a little off, especially if you're traveling in a different time zone, but try your best to put your child to sleep at the same time and to wake them up at the same time once you reach your destination. Also, if you're planning on having your child sleep in a portable crib, you can practice doing that for 3 nights or so before you leave to make it so that they're used to that environment. White noise machines that are portable are also a great option. And consistency matters when it comes to feeding your kids as well. Make sure that you're feeding your kids at regular intervals, that you're feeding them frequently, that you're feeding them the variety, trying to feed the rainbow. So, healthy proteins, iron rich foods, fruits, vegetables, these are all important. And I love that Gerber has a lot of those familiar foods for kids, but that you can take it on the go with you. So, it makes it again, so you don't have to spend all this time planning or preparing. You just have them ready for your kids whenever they're ready to eat.
Dr. Caceres, these are all such great tips, and they're going to make the holiday travel season with their infants so much easier. Where can people go and learn some more?
Yeah, absolutely. Go to gerber.com/parent talk because we have a whole host of information, not just about feeding littles, but also about parenting in general. So, great resource.
Great resource, and us parents, we love all the help that we can get. Thank you so much.
You bet.
To get more of these tips and even more parenting information, head to gerber.com/parent talk.